So we talked about the good stuff. To wrap up the show, I want to talk about the worst of the worst.
Mm.
Just like the point when you were feeling like the world was ending in Mr. Coy's class. When did you hate him the most? I want you guys just to vent. Was there a moment where you're like, man,
Mhm.
screw this, get me out of here. I want to go to Miss Lumberg.
Oh.
I don't want to take this test. I don't want to do that. Come on, Shante.
When he ripped my paper. When he ripped my paper in front of the whole class. I was gonna cry about it. Ooh.
Why did he rip it? I don't.
I was because he was talking about how no one has ever written these words in this order, and he's like, no one will ever do it again. And he was like, now look at her paper. No one has written anything like her. And he just in front of me. I'm like, what if I didn't have it saved? Like, what if it wasn't on my Google thing?
Are you okay? It sounds like it still bothers you. Like there's a lot of emotion in that. You can let go. This is a safe place.
He told me he would give me 100 for doing that, but he came to me after class. He was like, I'm still gonna need to grade that, so can you print it out again? I'm like, no, I don't want to. You're gonna rip it up again. So yeah, and Socratic seminars, I hated those. So
Freaking Ronnie. Elizabeth, how about you? Didn't you have a lunch detention that you are so excited to share?
Yeah, I have like 2 horrible memories from his class. The lunch detention one, we were leaving the library. I think we were like working on papers or something. And you know his like no eating policy, like in his class?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a candy bar with me and we're walking from the library back to his classroom, like literally 5 minutes before the bell's gonna ring. And I'd open my candy bar because I'm like, it's fine. Like, we're outside. I'm not in his classroom. And he's like, so you want to eat in my class? That's 10 minutes of your time, like, after class during your lunch. Are you kidding me? It's a candy bar, and I'm not even in your classroom. So that was one unfortunate memory. And then one of my poems, I was so proud of it. Like, I worked so hard. I was like, you know what? This is beautiful.
I remember this poem.
I turned it in, and he's like, this is the wrong format. You need to turn it in next class period and I'll give you full credit. I'm like, okay. Well, apparently, according to him, he said the next day, not the next class period. So I turned it in the next class period and I got a 20% on that poem because I turned it in late.
Oof.
I was so pissed at him. I was like, maybe I wasn't supposed to be in his class originally. Like, he like asked me over the summertime to be in his class. And I was like, that was a horrible.
Oh, he's scouting you out?
At that moment.
You were a prospect?
Well, I don't know what was going on. I think it was because he knew Miss Lumberg, and I had her freshman year, and she was like honors. I don't know, but I wasn't.
He was looking for talent.
You're looking for good poem writers. All good. Johnny, anything come to mind for you?
So I'm gonna throw a little character in here that we haven't talked about yet. That is Mr.
Sure.
Wooten, right?
Yes.
So that should
Wait, I
extend
said the
this a little
worst.
bit. Yeah, well, okay, here we go. So I never really got called out by Coia in particular, right? But I remember this was after one of the Socratic seminars, right? And Mr. Wooten caught me slacking, right? So Coia is like, so yeah, Mr. Wooten, what pros and cons did you see about the Socratic seminar, right? And then Wooten was like, well, there were some guys who just had, they were just sitting down like this and whatever, right? Like their posture, just, it didn't seem like they really cared, And I'm looking around, I'm still in the position. I'm like, shoot, I hope nobody saw that. Like, it was that was the only time I really ever got called out. But other than that, I mean, I enjoyed it for sure, man.
That class was so much fun. He subbed one day and he was like breaking down a Coca-Cola commercial, and he was like, they're about to have sex in a public library. And it was just like he was just ranting, and then he put his name on the wall too, and it was good for him. Good break.
Yeah.
Peter, did you ever have any moments where you're considering dropping out, ending it all? What?
I don't think it ever got as far as ending it all, but I don't know. Definitely was moments where I was like, dang, I wish I could have been in a different English class, because the note writing got me every time. Because like I would have a note after each and every paragraph, and he'd be like, look, that's not enough. That's like a 50% for your notes. And I was like, what do you want? Like, I can't do any more than this. And he would always just ask for more, and I couldn't. It broke me.
Yeah, same experience. And the margins wouldn't even be that wide. Like I'm not a sticky note guy, but I'd be like right in
Yeah.
there. And he's like more. I'm like, okay, Ronnie. I like how whenever I said the word, I was trying to talk about good memories earlier. We're like, yeah, it was fun, yeah, whatever. And then I'm like bad memories. Everyone's like, dude, this dude, bro, this dude.